let's overreact to Raw.
All right.
Go ahead and move us forward here. All right, so I overreaction. I wanted to come out and say is Kevin Owens deserves to win the WWE title at day one, even though he's fucking not going to, right? Because odds are that Big E wins. Big E retains. He hasn't held the belt long enough. He hasn't had a meaning enough feud. And the way it's kind of breaking down, it looks like there's almost no chance they take that belt off of Big E, right? Seth Rollins is a fucking genius in the ring. I don't think it's time to put the WWE belt back on him. Bobby Lashley has exactly negative 10% chance to fucking win the WWE title because he's fucking boring. And he makes a good, I said it last week, he's going to make a good adversary for Big E, but there's no fucking way. We went through the Bobby Lashley era, and that was when I went on fucking Raw Detox. So we're not doing that again, boys. We're not doing that again. We're not putting the belt back on to Bobby Lashley. So there's a negative 10% chance, right? So Kevin Owens, honestly, like if we're just going to be 100% real, he is the most deserving of those four to have the WWE Championship. Now, he's not going to win it. He comes out here on Monday Night Raw. Apparently, everybody and their fucking mom has COVID or Omicron or whatever the fuck it is, right? Omicron. They all got it, so nobody can fucking come do their job. So Kevin Owens has to put the fucking company on his back.
Yeah.
Walk out and hold down Monday Night Raw for them and promote that fatal four-way match. But he does it, and it fucking looks effortless to me.
You pointed out last week, his comedy is so subtle that you don't even appreciate.
He is the most underappreciated microphone performer possibly in the last fucking. He's on. I think he's on like a CM Punk level with a microphone. It's just not as direct, right?
Yeah.
I love where they're going. I can see where they're going. What?
Kevin, your name's not Kevin. Your name is, what did he rename the guy? Bert.
Bert. Your name is Bert. I see where they're going. I see that more than likely we're going to get some tag team with Seth Rollins and Kevin Owens, and it's going to be fucking comedy magic. Can you imagine the matches that Kevin Owens and Seth Rollins can have with Riddle and Randy Orton?
Oh, awesomeness.
If they really go that direction, it'd be great. I don't know. Or maybe they end up going at each other because WWE rushes every storyline. So they'll let them be friends for 3 days. And then, probably after day one, they'll already have hated themselves.
Yeah.
But yeah, man, Kevin Owens, possibly the most underrated performer in WWE history in my book. That's a long shot and that's an overreaction, but possibly he is, right?
I could see that.
The AEW boys, them AEW fans, they got to be salty about this one, right? Because they thought they were fucking rubbing their hands. They thought they had Kevin. They were like, yeah, Kevin's coming. Kevin's coming. Then we got that breaking news that Kevin had resigned with WWE. That one's got a fucking sting. That one has to hurt a little bit, right? Because that feels like that feels like the one that got away. Because he's a big deal. Kevin Owens is a big deal. So yeah, like I said, we're teasing the Seth Rollins best friend run. That'll be dope. But there's not a lot to say about Monday Night Raw this week. It was 3 hours of fucking
nothing.
It wasn't until, and we'll get to this in a little bit, I read the article about the COVID shit that I was like, oh yeah, nobody's here. Mm-hmm. There was nobody there. And they brought in Eric Bischoff for that stupid fucking wedding. And the only reason they brought in Eric Bischoff, I feel like, is because at a certain point, when you don't have all of those superstars, at a certain point, people who bought tickets start looking around and going like, hey man, what the fuck are we paying for?
Yeah.
We're paying for a main event that's fucking The Miz and Maurice having a bullshit
wedding?
Not even wedding, fucking vow ceremony that you knew how it was going to end, right?
Yeah.
Everybody knew what the fuck was. Even Eric Bischoff did the joke of like, oh, fuck it. We know what's happening. And then Edge comes out and cool ending with the black stuff. But that's not a main event. That shit should happen in hour number 2.
Yeah.
The fact that they tried to pass that Monday Night Raw off Ooh, man, 3 hours.
RK Bro was my favorite part.
Definitely.
The call-in sort of things from Big E and stuff made no sense to me.
Well, but that's COVID, man. They're just trying to get them on TV, which what they don't do with Roman Reigns. I don't get it. But yeah, I don't know. When you have 3 hours, when you block out 3 hours for wrestling, you better have a lot of good shit to do. And when you don't, it becomes like painfully glaring how long Monday Night Raw was last night.
Yeah.
I think it took us like 5 hours to get through it because I had to take fucking rest breaks just from, oh man. Oh man. All right. Let's do I have a little bit of an AEW overreaction this week because I watched a little bit of